Hello, and welcome to the Mason Jones Investments Podcast. Another busy month down. I think the biggest thing from last podcast that I was going to focus on for the month was raising capital and what it takes to do that. Now, that got delayed a bit because naturally just new thing after the other started popping up, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, it was in a good way. It had to do with my spreadsheet. So, like I said, I was just wanting to finish my spreadsheet and work on my social media and raise capital. So the mistake I did from progressing. So what I did is I put out on Facebook just a post saying I've been learning more about underwriting and have created my own sheet, or have been creating my own sheet, and welcomed people to reach out and give feedback. So little did I know my phone would then blow up for the whole night of people commenting, messaging me, either wanting me to send them the spreadsheet, wanting them to get on a call and go over the spreadsheets, or just even teach them underwriting. So I set up probably about 10 calls that the same day that I posted that, and a few more some days after. And they were really good. Every call was like, here's this like important factor, or here's this key feature, or like here's this big consideration you need to keep in mind. That was like a whole development on its own, and it was really good because it was like all different aspects, so it really solidified everything I had. Like, even when compared to when I first posted the picture to what it is now, it's like 4 times better. And it's great because not only was I making my spreadsheet better, but I'm making these connections and getting my name out there for knowing what I'm doing and being able to do this. Like, one guy I connected with, Russell Cultus, after he got off the Zoom call with me, he put up a comment saying, just got off a Zoom call with Mason and I'm fired up. He walked me through the spreadsheet he's been building, and honestly, this kid gets it. Not surface level stuff. He actually understands how deals work, how to structure them, and how to think through the numbers properly. What he's building isn't just another spreadsheet. It's something that could genuinely level up how people analyze and manage real estate deals. If you used Deal Check and thought it was good, you're not ready for what he's got coming. I'm going to go ahead and name his app Masonry. He'll thank me later. Seriously, reach out to Mason. Get on his list while it's still early. And so that was a really good comment, little thing from him. And what he was mentioning about the app and the Masonry was, I was telling him that, so I used to do game development and make games. And so I used to make games and apps. So while I was making these spreadsheets, I was thinking, like, why don't I use the software that I was making these actual apps on and just create basically another Deal Check? And that got me thinking. So when I was on the call with Russell, I mentioned that, and he showed me something that was amazing. It was like, it's basically an AI website builder, app builder, software builder. It's called lovable.dev, and it is amazing. You just tell it what to make and it makes it. And a really cool thing you could do with this is you could go to ChatGPT and connect your Lovable account and go on like the Lovable GPT and have it form proper prompts to get it to do everything you're trying to get it to do. And so that's kind of like a really cool duo. But yeah, I'm making basically a better Deal Check, and there's a lot it's going to take me a while because on this free account, I only get 5 credits a day. So I can only make I can only work on it so much. but it's gonna save a lot of time and it's really useful. I see a lot of big things happening with it. So there's that, and also someone else I connected with reached out to me and said, "Hey, I'm closing this 56 unit building right now, and I basically just want to see if your spreadsheet can do what I want it to do." And so we connected, and he didn't get into that so much as to he brought up that he's been wanting to build a CPA version of an underwriting of a real estate underwriting software. He he's been CPA for over a decade, and he wants to create a CPA integrated real estate underwriting kind of model. So he wants to kind of get together and talk through that to see what it will take to get it done. And that'll be really cool because I think that's a great idea. Having a real estate underwriting sheet that directly ties in with your taxes and your is like just set ready to go for your CPA and everything like that. And it's all in one place and you can see it all. So there was that development that's coming. It's going to be pretty cool. And also with this guy, he's like an investment company that there's an opportunity at. So I'm definitely gonna explore that further. Also, I was on the call with my mortgage broker and was telling him that I was running the numbers on a property I was looking at, and he asked, like, "Oh, what are you running your numbers on?" And I was like, "Oh, I made a spreadsheet," and he was like, "Okay, let me see." So I showed him and it took him through the spreadsheet and he was really impressed. And I told him how it was funny because he was like, what's your education background? And I was like, game development and pre-law. That's it. And none of my family knows anything about financial literacy. So this is all self-made. So yeah, he was really impressed with that. And I was like, I'm really into underwriting. So I put all this time and effort into it. And he was like, yeah, it is a lot of time and effort into this. And he was like, I'll keep you in mind because our brokerage could basically use some underwriters. So it's good to know all of this. So there's lots of opportunities coming up. I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but there's the potential. And another guy that reached out to me was really impressed and he liked the addition I have. Like, he liked the quick analysis version I've had. And he wants to kind of collaborate on that because he's making a software as well. So he wants to collaborate on that. So there's like lots of things going, like not going on, but like soon to be going on. That's really exciting. And with this guy, I'm going to meet him at the Expand conference. And he said we're going to like meet after and discuss things. So that's in a few weeks now. And with this other guy with the CPA spreadsheets, I'm guessing within the next couple of weeks, he's going to get back to me because he's waiting on some other guy to finish something and he's been taking longer than expected. So I should be hearing from him within the next couple weeks. And then he's going to the Expand conference too. So I'll see him there anyway. But yeah, I'm really excited to get these projects going. Yeah, after getting on all these calls and implementing all these suggestions and feedback, I finally stopped the perfectionism and finished the spreadsheets, sent them out to everyone who asked, and was fine and dandy. But then I realized that some people wanted to open it in Excel, and I did some fancy things in Google Sheets that doesn't really translate well to Microsoft Excel because they don't have the exact same functions or formulas. So a lot of the things like all the checkboxes just turn into true or false text. And it says there's problems with some formulas because there's some Google Sheets specific formulas that I used that don't translate into Excel. So it says there's an error because there's an Excel specific formula for that. So I had to go and create an Excel version for the spreadsheets. And I had to do that on the free Excel online because I don't have the Microsoft Excel subscription. Although I could have used the free trial, but I didn't want to rely on that because if I had to make edits past when the trial expires, then I'm going to have to use the online anyway. So might as well start with the online from the get-go so there's no back and forth. So after I finished the spreadsheet, I heard a lot that like there's a lot of value in this, and like seeing that people want to collaborate on this and want me to make spreadsheets and stuff. They were saying that you could like monetize and make money with these things because it's value. So I started with creating like small, quick, free versions of deal analysis spreadsheets. And I made a Gumroad account because I heard from what I've seen, that's the easiest way of doing it. So I've uploaded some spreadsheets. There's a free one. There's like a free quick analysis one. And then like there's an offer calculator that's $5. So yeah, I started doing that, and I'm looking to make more versions to keep putting up and make underwriting easier for people. Something I've also been doing is learning about income tax and investments and registered accounts and how it all affects income tax and taxes and stuff like that. And it's all really good information, like learning about the RRSP and the TFSA and the FHSA and like even the disability plan and the education plan. It's all really cool. Like knowing the differences between tax deductions and tax credits and having those differences between refundable and non-refundable and just how to do everything, what counts as what to put when, and like how you can delay certain things to later years and just choose when to use things. I think it's pretty cool. So I've been learning about a lot of that, and I'm going to do the H&R Block income tax course. I heard that's real good. So when I said it starts in summer, so I think when that launches, I'm going to take that, and that'll be really cool to have at least. I've also been just looking at a lot of online free courses, like the McEwen has some pretty cool courses, and Khan Academy has a finance course that goes into investments and stuff. So I'm going to look into that. Just read the same thing as many times as possible from different sources and different versions, so it all just really sinks in, just lasers in my brain. Speaking of expand, that's coming up soon in a couple weeks. It doesn't feel real. I'm going to be flying by myself for the first time to another province for a weekend to go to a conference with over 1,000 people that I do not know, but basically have to talk to. I'm only saying have to because it's what I have to do to progress. I'm not saying, oh, I have to do it. Saying if I want to progress, it's what I have to do. So it's what I have to do. But there's a lot of people I'm going to meet that are really cool. And I don't know, just the potential, because seeing even from uploading this post, I've gotten like 3 opportunities with working with people. So imagine going to this conference and talking to as many people as I can and getting my name out and stuff. I just need to know what to say and what to offer. It's like, hey, I have spreadsheets. You can buy them. Like, what? But I don't know. That's something to figure out. It's in the Chateau Laurier in Ottawa, Ontario. First time in Ottawa, and it's in like the best hotel there is. And I didn't know this, but Wealth Genius's offices are on the top floor of the Chateau Laurier, which is pretty cool. Anyway, they have reserved, like they got a discount on a lot of the hotels. So I got in with that, and I'm staying at the Chateau Laurier for the weekend, which is pretty snazzy. I got a premium economy because I think there's leg room. I'm pretty sure there's more leg room there. And I'm a pretty long boy, so I need that. Can't be cramped up for the couple hours I'm on the flight. Big deal. But I like to be comfortable, even though the comfort is like the kiss of death. But more of Wealth Genius, there was a Wealth Genius event and meetup last week here in Halifax. That was really good. I always love seeing when Alfonso and Wealth Genius is down here in Halifax. Because it's just like, you don't get that energy around here. You just really don't. So I really wanted to make the meetup, and it was crazy. I was on my way to the meetup. I was driving there, but my brakes were so bad that I had to turn around and not go. I had my car appointment booked. I thought I could ride it out, but it was a no-go. There was no way. So I had to turn around. I was really disappointed because I was like on my way there, excited to go and be there. And last second, I was told I couldn't go by my lovely car. But that's all fixed now. And the next day after that, they were still here for the Quadra Youth Foundation. They had an event for teens to learn about financial literacy. There was like 50 teens there. It was crazy turnout. I didn't go, but there was a meetup after at a restaurant, and I went to that. So I was able to hear about the event there. Someone picked me up and brought me there, which was really nice because my car didn't work. So I got to go out and have dinner, meet all these people, meet new people, see Alfonso again, and all of the great Wealth Genius people. It's always a nice vibe. But with social media, that I think I'm stepping up more on now because the spreadsheets are finally done and I have more time now. So I just made a video. I just uploaded a video yesterday, and my plan today is I'm going to record this. I'm going to go record another video. I'm going to go out, run some errands, come back, record another video, and then edit this podcast, then edit the videos probably. And yeah, I think I'm just going to try to chain these videos as much as I can, like batch them. And some things that have really helped this with YouTube, at least, is so I've been using Riverside for both YouTube and podcasts. But an issue I was running into is when I'd record a video on my phone, it would not upload to the Riverside app. And I tried everything in my power to get the video on my phone to my computer, and Murphy's Law just kicked in every attempt. Nothing worked. So I was trying to figure out ways to either like shorten the videos, like formatting of the videos, or even just like editing. Anyway, what I've come to is I'm using CapCut for free because I was really using Riverside because I liked the fact that it really upped your mic quality, and I like how you could edit the video by like words, like because it shows the transcript, and you can edit the transcript, and that edits the video. So I thought that was really cool, and it has like the AI cut out the fluff and cut out the pauses and stumbles and stuff like that, which is really cool. But that wasn't 100% accurate a lot. A lot of the times I had to redo things and just start from scratch myself. So the system that I really like now is I record on my phone and then I upload it to the CapCut app and do all the cuts. I just do all the cuts, like all the long pauses and stumbles. Then I export the video. Then I got this app called Veed, which is the best thing I've found in a long time. So you upload your cut video, then it gives it subtitles, it gives it auto zoom, it gives it B-roll, and it gives it background music, and you can choose and edit all of them. And the kicker, this thing is $50 a year. Like, that is crazy. Usually shit like this is like $40 a month. You got $50 a year on just like an AI, just upload your video and it's fully edited. You're just a personal editor. It's just mind blowing to me. I love it so much. And so you take that, and I'm testing out this app called Vizard, which is a clipping app. I was using Opus for a while, but I stopped doing that because it would take forever to upload these videos on my phone. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna on the websites. I know you can upload links and stuff, so maybe on the website it'll be faster. But so yeah, maybe on the website, if I just upload the link to the YouTube video I've already uploaded, it'll be faster. But when I try uploading the video to the app, it takes forever. So I stopped using that. But I like Opus because it has the face tracking and the subtitles and everything. I really like the face tracking, and it does good clips, I think. But yeah, if the online doesn't work, then I'm going to have to either stick to Vizard and try to work that out, or find some other way. And there's this thing I got, Clickly, for thumbnail videos, because I'm not very artistically creative, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm lazy. At least when it comes to stuff like this, like minor details in creating thumbnails from scratch and using my brain power to do all that, because like I'm not artistically creative, so it takes a lot of effort to make something like just okay. And then I'd have to take that and use AI to improve it anyways. It's just basically a thumbnail generator. And a really cool thing about it is you can upload a video or pictures of yourself, and it'll like create thumbnails with you in it, and you can edit them and make requests, and I'm pretty sure you can bring it straight to Canva and edit it in there. So that's really cool. I got that on a quote unquote limited time sale for $50. It was $47. And so I don't know if that was like if this is just like a permanent sales tactic, because it was like, this is normally $800, or it's like something crazy like that. So I don't know. It worked on me, and I see the value, and I'm getting the values because these thumbnails are pretty decent, and they're better than what I could think of, and it's a lot faster. So saves me time and looks better. Speaking of looking better, I finished my blackout tattoo I was talking about in my previous podcasts. So I finished it for now. I can only get tattoos in my off season of work, because I do not want to work construction in the heat and the concrete and the sweat and dirt and chemicals while healing a tattoo. No thanks. So I'm only getting tattoos in the winter. So it's like it's a blackout sleeve with negative space in it, and it's like lightning. The negative space is lightning. It stops just up past my elbow. And next winter, I'm probably going to finish it, bring it all the way up. Pictures on my Facebook if you really want to see. I think it's pretty cool, but I'm not done with it yet. That's for sure. Some other things I'm not done with are books. I've been reading some books. I am done with The Psychology of Selling by Brian Tracy. That was a really good one. Opened my eyes to knowing that sales skills are learnable and you can improve on them. Nothing's all just natural born. I'm going to make a YouTube video going over my favorite points in the book and my thoughts on it. Just a little book review there. I have also started reading Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. It's a negotiating book. I'm about halfway now, and there's a lot of juicy gold in there. It's definitely a book I'm going to be rereading more often, just so I can laser at my brain, because a lot of really good things in there that I like. And some really cool things in these books that I'm reading is a lot of them have the same tips and the same qualities and things. So it's really cool to see like the reinforcements, not only from reading the same book, but like from reading all these books, they all have similar messages in certain areas. So it's like, okay, that must be the answer because everyone's saying that. And like, obviously I'm not just blindly accepting it. It's like I'm looking into it more and I have my skepticism in things, but from what I see, I love it. How to Talk to Anyone, 92 Little Tricks is also a really good book that I'm almost finished now, but it's definitely another reread one that like the cross-referencing that I've been seeing are like crazy because it's the first 3 books that I've read were like there's Rich Dad Poor Dad that I read a couple years ago. But as of recent, Psychology of Sales, How to Talk to Anyone, and Never Split the Difference, they all have a lot of similar messages and points in it that they stress and say are important. So seeing that from these certified and like verified sources that these are the things and qualities that work, like it just makes my understanding of it deeper. And I'm slowly starting to see it become second nature. And I just can't wait for the time where everything's second nature and I don't have to think about anything. My negotiations just on point and selling and everything like that. But it's a work in progress. Nothing's an overnight thing. So pretty much that's what's been up for this month is the spreadsheets I've sent out and have been making connections with and have opportunities open up for. The Expand conference is coming soon that I can't wait for. Might open up a lot more opportunities. Been learning income tax and trying to work on my social media. As for the next month and what I'm going to start doing, I still have to learn about raising capital and what it takes and all that, but something maybe more importantly that I have to do at the same time or even before is get together with the investors that I've been talking to, because I've been going on walkthroughs with certain investors and like we've been basically making a plan saying we're going to partner or like we're going to go through this together. So what I've recently learned and come to the realization of is we need to sit down and like define roles, strategy, terms, like what the structure is going to be and how things are going to go and who's going to do what, who's going to get what. So, because right now it's all up in the air, just like, oh, we're going to find a property and we're going to close the property. So we really need to get deep down to what that actually looks like and how we're going to do it. So I need to get together with them and line that out, or at least start to. Then hopefully keep selling spreadsheets, make spreadsheet sales, or at least like have my free one be downloaded. I need to figure out how to promote that and who to promote it to, like how to actually get people to download it. 'Cause that'll be cool to have like these spreadsheets that I've been creating, like just to see that people actually want to use it and are getting a benefit out of it. Because I'm just terrified that like I make this thing, I put it out and just people don't use it for whatever reason and just never say anything about it. But it's like, I want to know why you weren't using it so I can fix that because I want it to be the thing that you use. So I don't know. Consistency with YouTube and the podcast. Like my initial goal for the podcast is the first of every month, but like my excuses and like the spreadsheets and the procrastination and everything, it's not really working the best, but hopefully with this breakthrough of having things edited easier will have me on top of the game there. And the last thing is I'm back at work this week. It should be this week or next week, whenever I get the call. But yeah, my winter break is coming to an end. It's very sad because now I'm going to go from getting paid on EI, even though it's like 55% of my paycheck, being able to sleep in every day. Like sleep in, I say, because I wake up at like 5 every morning for work. So being able to sleep in till like 7 or 8, even 9 sometimes, it's real nice. So being able to like not work and still get paid a living, like I say living wage, like a get by wage, spending all my time working on real estate and connecting with people, giving all of that up for going back to work, even though it is a full paycheck and that helps. Now I'm really going to have to design a work life real estate balance because I need to have a life and get out, but I also need to work on my real estate empire and yeah, and all of that after work every day. So I'm going to really appreciate weekends now, having the full days and having the time to be able to quote unquote sleep in. But yeah, as for after work and take as much advantage of the time I have, like even at work when we're waiting on the concrete truck and stuff, or if I'm in the work truck and we're like going, like bouncing around from the shop to picking up supplies or even just going to a job site far away, then I could just be on my phone and still be making connections and reaching out and posting and stuff like that. So I'm always going to find time to do stuff. It's going to be hard, but I feel like it's going to be worth it because I keep saying like in the back of my head, like how everyone keeps saying, you get out of it what you put into it. And so far that's proven true. I like over this past few months, I've put in a lot and like these opportunities are starting to open up and I have these connections. So if I keep putting more into it, then just naturally, eventually more will come out of it. And I just like the toughest thing for me is like, I just can't see the change visually. I can't see the change from me not having a property to having a property or having no experience to having experience. Like I just can't visualize it. I don't know why. But yeah, those are the things I'm going to work on for the next month and I'm probably just going to well, I guess the next couple weeks I'm going to aim to make my next podcast when I get back from the Expand conference and I'm definitely going to try to remember to record like a little vlog for the Expand conference, like my whole flight there, everything, the whole experience. So I can't wait. And if you're going, I hope we meet. Thank you for listening, and I'll catch you in the next one.